All right, since we've already started this type of filming with the kind of, Blair Witch Project style, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry about the mess. I've been remodeling, trying to create a more exciting studio wall to look at. I don't know if it's anything that you guys appreciate or not, but it's something that I appreciate when filming. So I'm going to keep remodeling until I'm happy. Anyway, today we're going to be talking a little bit about the the rails that we have on the receiver and how to mount those securely so they stay where they're supposed to stay and so that they don't mess up and don't go anywhere. So I hope you learned something, and I hope you're all good. Happy Halloween. Yeah, happy holidays. Are we rolling? Okay, I just had that. Where the frick did I put that? There it is. All right. I just thought to myself that I was going to do a quick putting a Picatinny rail onto a gun. And what I like to do is I like to glue them and I like to screw them. So glue them and screw them. This is the original Picatinny for a Tikka T3X TAC A1. It's got these two geometries in the bottom. What you want to do, what I do, is I use the Förch K154, which is a 2-component glue. You put that out here. I've done that already. So you want to mix that up. Make sure to go before it goes. So get that nice and mixed up. And then you get that on the bottom of your Picatinny rail. Get that all over. Doesn't matter that it's kind of lathering on there. Rather too much than too little. Because you can always take the excess off of it. Make sure to have this is kind of like a spatula, I guess you could call it, that you can get that spread around and get it on there nicely on all surfaces. And this, the only thing this is going to do is that it's going to make sure that your Picatinny rail has an extra little set of, or an extra level of mounting security on your rifle. Because of course it's going to be battling recoil, it's going to be battling me being an ass and dropping it. I don't think I'm going to drop it, but I thought it sounded funny. All right, make sure to get this glue off of your spatula if you ever want to use it again while it's still possible. And then you just make sure to turn it the right way around, because on the TAC A1, you screw the front end in there. So that goes down like so. And I'm doing this because my son wished for a rifle that was more like his daddy's. And the A1 chassis came up for sale relatively cheaply. And excuse the mess in the workshop. I've been remodeling. Let's just say that. That sounds better than it. That sounds better than it just being messy. Now the screws go down there, and there's a bunch of glue in the holes. That doesn't matter. Use that as Loctite. This is going to be a bitch to get out of there again if I ever decide to do that, because this is a 0 MOA rail. I do not usually go with the 0 MOA rails, but in this case, I've kind of had to. And that, of course, kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? All right, get that tightened down. And you can start to see down here that the glue is coming out. If you want to make that look nice, you can always just take that back off. Make sure that everything is nice and flush in there. And seeing that this is just me on a whim mounting this thing, I haven't Googled how much I should torque these down with, so I'm just going to torque them down with a couple of Newton meters. I like to use VERA. That's Quality Tools. Get that on there. Get that down like, what is that, 2.5 newtons maybe? Something like that. Ish. It's probably already there. Yep. Yep. Where the hell did that screw go? You. There we go. Yep. Why can I not get into that screw? There we go. There we go. Yep. All right, so that should all be, actually, maybe just give it 4 Newton meters. Hope that doesn't mess up anything. Maybe I should Google it. There we go. There we go. That feels solid. There we go. And then, if you are so inclined, you can take this glue off. Doesn't exactly look nice with a bunch of excess glue on there, but I don't really mind. But on the top of the Picatinny, that does kind of bother me, so I'll take that off.
Well, Google's AI thingy says 1.69 to 6.21 Newton meters.
Wow,
so
that's quite a
quite a hefty.
That's quite a difference.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess the 4 Newton meters makes sense. All right, and you got this little spatula tool that I was using earlier has a sweet little point on it. That'll take that up nicely.
Mm-hmm.
So that it doesn't sit in, is lathered in glue.
The stalking directory actually, yeah, that's where it got it from. 15 to 55 inch pounds.
All right. Well, 4 is right there in the middle.
Yeah.
So that's perfect.
Battery 15 and worn and night forces.
Oh, that's for the scopes. That's for the scopes.
It actually does when mounting a Weaver Picatinny rail on the action.
Anyway, never mind. Yeah, 4. I'm happy with 4.
We go with 4.
I'm happy with 4. That makes sense in my head brain.
You might want to tell people that you didn't use that rag to wipe your cheeks.
My cheeks?
Yeah, the brown stuff. It looks very...
Oh, that is poo.
That is poo. Well, what are you going to do?
It's rust, I think. Yeah. Which is probably even worse. Probably better with poo.
Probably protect the raffle a bit better.
Should have mic'd you up.
Yeah.
And we just did. I can still do that. It's going to be super weird now. All of a sudden, there's going to be nice sound on you.
Yeah, well, what you gonna do? This is also totally Blair Witch style film.
It is. It's super. And we just. You want to introduce yourself, or should I do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right,
That's
cool.
This fine. I'll just.
This is
Hello.
Kim, and Kim has just done or started the what do you call it?
Group therapy.
Group therapy YouTube channel. Go and check him out. He's gonna start doing some gun tubing.
We're gonna do some fun stuff.
And as far as I've understood, I've been roped into that project somehow.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how yet. I just said yes. And we'll see.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna do like this. Hello. This guy is probably one of the most knowledgeable guys that I know, so he's gonna help me out and become a better shot.
And hopefully a more precise and more accurate shooter.
Yes, that as well.
And for that task, you have gone and purchased what exactly?
I have purchased well, if you can take this, I can just drag it out. And this is a total spoiler because I haven't even shown it yet.
On his own channel.
On my own channel or anything.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah. So I have just purchased one Tikka. What's it called?
It's called the T3X
TAC A1.
A1. Exactly.
Yeah.
And when Kim came to me with his TAC, his brake was on. Well, it was on vertically, so it was up and down like that. And
I bought it used.
Yeah, it is. As all other rifles, it's done 500 shots.
Yeah. And we've just been putting this old hunting scope on because the rings that I had were not tall enough.
Yeah.
So the bell were conflicting with the rail here.
Yes.
So I had to borrow this Griffin armament mount.
Nice little mount.
Yeah. It's actually pretty cool.
Luckily, I had that in spare.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Back to your project.
Now that is set on there. Next thing will be to mount the entire thing up into the A1 chassis. That's going to be, again, I'm really, this is super embarrassing for me that it's so messy. But I got this for, how much is 2,500 kroners?
How much is the dollar devalued today?
I have no clue. What's that, like 6 kroners 70? So this is like, what did I pay for this?
I'm just gonna
Google it.
But anyways, tomorrow it's gonna be different. So
3D printing. I love the. This is modeled off a Anarchy Outdoors.
So it's
334
euros.
Yeah, 334 euros. Screw that. What is it in dollars?
Again, what is the dollar today? American dollar, 390-ish.
Right. I got this TAC A1 chassis for 390 bucks, which is super cheap. And if you would take this again, so I don't do it total Blair Witch project. And that is super cheap for a TAC A1 chassis. I haven't seen them that cheap yet. And the reason why I'm changing it is because the MDT LSS Gen 1 chassis that it's in now does not allow for an NV bridge it doesn't allow for an NV, which is night vision for when I use a relatively long scope. And it looks silly that the scope is longer than the chassis anyway, so. I'm gonna keep this in inventory for a super light hunting rifle, and if I'm ever going to go hunting in the mountains, it's nice to have a super light setup. So that was all for that. There was a little bit of digression. There was a little bit of ranting, I guess. I don't know. You've met Kim now. That's good. Anywho,
They have before.
they have before. That's true. You've helped me a lot with filming, so I'm happy to be able to help the other way.
Yeah.
Anyway, until next time, stay safe and stay true.